This video will show you how to play the RepDex game Rep Recall. Rep Recall is a game in which two or more players take turns trying to correctly identify the title and composer of the music quoted on a card. You collect a card every time you get an answer right. You win the game by collecting the most cards. Before you begin, you'll want to make a few gameplay decisions. Since the game calls for players to identify the title of a piece and its composer, you'll want to decide on how much information constitutes a complete and acceptable answer. For instance, will players have to state the composer's first and last name? Will the full title of the musical work have to be given, or just its colloquial abbreviation? Will players have to identify the movement the music on the card is from? You'll also want to decide on how much time a player has to give their final answer and how time will be kept. Once you've agreed on these matters, play may begin. The cards are shuffled and placed face down in the center of the table. The player with the shortest hair begins by drawing a card from the top of the deck. They alone look at the music on the card and attempt to identify the piece and its composer. If they attempt to identify the excerpt, they must reveal the card to all other players to get confirmation that their answer is correct. If their answer is correct, they keep the card and the game continues clockwise to the next player. If a player attempts to identify the excerpt, but gives an answer that is deemed to be incorrect or incomplete, he puts the card face down in the discard pile. If a player decides not to make an attempt at identifying the excerpt or runs out of time, he does not show the card to anyone before placing it face down in the discard pile. Play then continues clockwise as usual. Players compete in this manner until there are no more cards in the deck. When that happens, the player with the most cards wins. And that's how you play Rep Recall. If you have a player in your group who is constantly trying to bend the rules and find loopholes in order to win, consider having the game's manual's webpage loaded on your phone. The written instructions are a little more comprehensive and may be able to curtail some of that behavior. The game's manuals and answer keys are available for free at AmosMusicalCircle.com.